Cavin'KulturePodcast. This is where we tell the untold stories of the Vaal entertainment
I feel like right now everything is so possible. There's this on it's not Spotify. It's one of the apps that we use for taking pictures. There was a time when they like saying it's good for sending news because then you can't trace them back.
It's
There was
good
something
for?
like that.
It's good for?
for sending nudes.
How?
White people like it.
Which
Literally,
app
it's
is
used
that?
a lot by white people. It has it's yellow.
People are like, it's yellow. Oh, Snapchat.
Snapchat.
So it's good for sending nudes.
Guys, now you know. Have you listened to that radio station right now?
Which one?
That one, where I'm from. Have you listened to whole?
Okay, this was not awkward until you said that one. Yeah, I have.
Some of our jingles are literally AI.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Literally. Some of the jingles,
Yeah.
AI.
So give voice among a copying AI.
Why is the devil trying me now?
And you can't go on Google and say, Google, how do we pronounce this?
And remember, with a live read, you are literally reading it.
You have to read
Exactly.
it
You
the
are
way it is.
Exactly. And as you are reading, you're like, what's going on?
And people who are listening at the other end, they can catch
I sometimes skip the word, eh?
Does it make sense though?
I don't know if a person is...
Speaking of that, there's someone that I know from Fanabe Park working on radio. He's a G.
Hey, okay.
Like, yo, I'm on radio, information. I'm like, cool, my G, I'm do that. It's graveyard.
Uh-huh. So you have to wake up.
On the graveyard.
Oh, shade, yo. Oh, shade. Oh, shade.
Sanbonani bafithu igama lawo masithemba wakhetha ugaba umsuthu nozinga ucibosha, but hey, you can call me Masi for short. So that's Maya, aka Masi. So guys, welcome to Cavin'KulturePodcast. This is where we tell the untold stories of the Vaal entertainment scene. Join us as we explore the experiences of young creatives all the way from Vaal. We're taking it from the dusty streets of Vaal to the global stage. I'm not alone. I'm with my co-host.
Yes, I'm Cavin'Kulture, aka Hane. But you can call me radio_girl. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on radio.
I'm on radio.
How long you have been there?
Sure, man. From 2021, that's 3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. Going to 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So collecting that experience. Yeah, great job. All right, guys. So we do have in Dolana a breaking icebreaker game.
Sure.
So we call it Caving Out Loud. You know, so Caving Out Loud is just a quick, real, and unfiltered discussion that will be happening between the two of us. It's about something that are cracking our minds as the values. So I hope you're ready for that.
We're talking everything that's happening in the Vaal, right?
Right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, the saddest of things, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy that we're starting the show with
sad stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So there is this family, right? Yago Everton West.
Oh yeah.
A mother of 3.
Okay.
Can you imagine? She lost all her 3 kids.
Fuck.
At Ego.
Fuck.
3.
No.
3 of them.
I love the fact that I can say fuck no.
This is not sad.
I love it, yeah. Okay.
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
So she lost 3 of her kids, same day, same time, at the same place. Crazy business.
What happened?
So apparently, right, where it is, the kids ate cookies given by the dad, right? And apparently, on top of that, what the crazy story is, we had a long fight about this at the office, right?
Yeah.
To say, what if it's the mom, right? So...
What if it's?
The mom.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm thinking right now.
And I'll get to that part, right? So, here's this family.
Yeah.
I'll say it's a family of 5 because it's 3 kids, a mom and a stepdad, right?
Yeah.
So, let's say mom and stepdad have a fight. Whenever. We're not really sure whether it's the night before, 3 days ago. We don't know. But all that is said is that they had a fight. And in the morning, Kids had soft porridge motoho in the morning.
Yeah.
Everything was normal. And what we're not sure of is if the mom is the one that accompanied the kids to school,
Okay.
or it's the dad. But as the kids were making their way to school, the dad gave them cookies to say,
Okay.
man, nka cookies, right?
Okay.
How about fitla ko skolong 8 o'clock, not on the dot, just after 8,
Yeah.
kids started acting up. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
We don't really have the full story.
Yeah.
But they started acting up. Kila bana how poison. Your body reacts.
I have never ate a poison, but yeah.
Sana, imagine
I get what
it.
you're saying. Imagine it.
We're from radio. We create
Yeah.
these things, right? So they started acting up. One class saying different classes. One is doing grade 3, other one 4, the other one 5. So different classes.
These are like young
same
kids,
school,
bro.
literally primary, right?
Dang.
They start acting up. They take them to the office to find out what is it that happened. One kid says, no, regele dikuku tse papa re fileng tsona.
And then the cuckoo, they
Poison.
acting up.
Oh, and here's another thing. The dad has been released because the police are saying there's no evidence. Sana, there's no evidence. Kanjani.
Njani kaloku?
Njani, when I ate that thing, I get a postmortem and all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Right.
I was about to ask ukuthi kanti postmortem ikuphi?
Crazy.
What's the reason of death
So,
if there's no evidence?
Allegedly, it's the dad that did all of that, but they're saying there's no evidence. So we can't really say it's him. It's not him. We don't know who it is. Other people are like, it's the mom,
3 kids. Why would you want to kill your 3 kids?
Sanabari, at the memorial service, she was crying. You know when you lose somebody that you love so much? And one thing about that, you cannot replace that person.
Yeah.
Even the pictures don't compensate for anything. Even the
Yeah.
memories don't do, Sana, they don't do anything.
I don't want to say I know what the mom is going through, but then I have an idea, right?
Yeah.
I had a godson, passed on last year.
How close were you guys?
We're like super close.
Okay.
Super close. This is like my best friend's son. Passed on last year, turning 2. So the pain of using a kid, bro. Like, there's no one in their mind thinking one day I will have to bury my kid.
Sure.
But us as kids, we always have the idea at the back of our minds, Uguti, someday I will have to bury my mom.
One
Someday
way or
I
the
will have to bury
other.
my
That's
father.
the reality,
You get my
right?
point?
Yeah.
So I feel like losing a kid is the saddest thing ever because, man, you have your life, seeing this kid growing up,
You have plans for them?
and stuff.
Exactly.
Then you're planning kuti ngwanaka o tswa ko primary this year, o tlo ya high school. Then you have
Exactly.
to bury your kid.
December's
man. That's
coming.
so sad.
September is coming.
Ooh,
You're
first
thinking
episode is discussing with the set Ganjena. Wake up,
it's what's happening in the Vaal.
Yeah.
It's what's happening in the
that's
Vaal.
your Calvin point.
Crazy
anyway.
business.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
wait, along that, yo, snacks, guys, no. It's crazy that I think 2 weeks ago, there is an old woman that got murdered with her kid, right? I don't know how old is the lady, right? But apparently, I think they wanted money or something. One thing that I believe strongly, and I think this is one thing that everybody knows, when it comes to housebreaking,
Yeah.
and people coming in to want something, nobody comes from afar to want something from you.
Yeah.
It
It's
has
always
to be
someone close.
somebody around you, right? So
People who know what you got.
exactly.
in the house, yeah.
So people broke into the house. They found a grandmother and this lady in the house. I don't know what they did to them, but apparently they slaughtered the grandmother's head off. I don't know if that's possible, but yeah. I don't know why I'm laughing.
Why are you laughing? You make me. Stop.
What do you
You're so nasty.
It's crazy.
Stop it. I don't like it. Why are you laughing?
Because I feel like these things don't happen.
Like they chopped their head off.
Because when I think about it, it's impossible, but it actually did happen.
It's possible. Bro.
And she was buried with the kid yesterday. Apparently, the kid only died when she got to hospital. But the grandmother died instantly in that house. Sana, imagine if somebody were to break into my own house. But it's crazy.
Breaking in my house. That's like my theft.
The
That's where
saddest
all my
and
power is at.
craziest things is that these are things that are happening around us.
Mm.
And you may try to laugh around it.
Yeah.
I love saying Lufu Hole Keditsewa,
Yeah.
You're not necessarily laughing because it's funny, but it's more like, Sana, it can't be possible because if it happened around my place, around where I stay, that means
We're gonna be
might be
responsible.
nice.
We're gonna be responsible. We're laughing at the events surrounding the death. we're not really laughing at
The
death.
meta.
You get my point?
I get
Yeah, we gotta be responsible. So my having point today
Hope
is
it's not sad.
it's not. It's
All
really
right,
not.
better.
So have you seen how each generations that comes by, they evolve certain fashion that was happening back in the day.
Yeah.
Now Gen Zs, they're rocking like these baggy jeans.
Uh-huh.
Our grandparents, they used to wear those. Like when I see my grandma, I'm like, oh my Grisa, ufake baggy jean, une afro. I'm like, the next thing I get to strategy, when all 2000 rocking the same outfit.
Back, yeah.
You know. So for you, what outfit what fashion that you would never participate on if it comes back?
Yo, Sana, remember honestly these bodysuits? No, actually, it's not the bodysuits. I don't mind the bodysuits. Do you remember the two-piece? Hanaking dope, dope, kill it. There was something. Remember
two-piece,
that crop top, and then it's written something.
and then
That's nasty. No, thank
and then
you.
YMCMP.
Count me out. Never
Color
liked
blocking. Remember color blocking? Never.
Jeans, the skinny jeans are yellow, red, pink, blue,
orange.
Crazy business.
But then that's not my Gavin point. So one of the things that are coming back from back in the day, like vintage things. So the Gen Zs, they bringing back cassette tapes.
Okay, cassette.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's what I didn't know about the rewinder. You have to put the stick there, and then you like
exactly.
Then it all load on one side, and then you put it on the tape.
Yeah.
They bring that. I just forgot the stats. We need a fact checker. I just forgot stats. Like they started to sell last year.
Yeah.
Majority of those people and certain people, those tapes. Certain people, artists, they actually going to release music through those cassette tapes.
Crazy business.
Beyonce is one of those people who's gonna be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing is, man, how? Like, why would we wanna go there? I feel like people who are actually doing that, there are people who didn't experience it.
They want to take us back.
You get my point.
You're like,
and how are we gonna work with that to go radio? Imagine.
Sure, we'll have to incorporate it. We'll have to figure out how to make it work. It's the same thing with AI, right?
Yeah.
We were having a discussion, I think 2-3 weeks ago, to say we are seeing that AI is taken over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do we incorporate it best, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were saying a few years later, 10 years later, we might not even be the ones that are sitting to do the radio shows.
Yeah.
There'll literally be some robot that's actually...
For me, I refuse, bro. I refuse.
The robot does not have personality, ne?
Yeah,
but it's very much possible.
It is possible, but it won't be the same. It won't work on radio. Maybe it might work on certain mediums of media, right?
Yeah.
But then on radio, it won't work. Because if I'm listening to radio, I'm not connecting to your voice, the content that you're saying alone. I'm also connecting to you. You get my point?
I get you.
If you are on the air and then you're talking about certain things that are taking place in the Vaal, you are informing me because I am in the Vaal. I am at the ground, right?
Sure.
I actually also connect with your energy.
Mm-hmm.
We can feel energy through radio. So if you go on radio and you said,
and
your show is going to be up because we're going to pick it up.
Yeah.
That's why it's required for you to be at your best. You need to be happy every day.
Yeah.
You get my point. So now AI, it will like the emotions into it.
Because it's a robot, right?
You get my point.
I feel like right now everything is so possible. There's this on it's not Spotify. It's one of the apps that we use for taking pictures. There was a time when they like saying it's good for sending news because then you can't trace them back.
It's
there was
good
something
for?
like that.
It's good for
sending nudes.
Oh, wait.
White people like it.
Which
literally,
app
it's
is
used
that?
a lot by white people. It has it's yellow.
People are like, it's yellow. Oh, Snapchat.
Snapchat.
So it's good for sending nudes.
Guys, now you know.
There's one view anywhere on Facebook on WhatsApp. So wow.
Literally, right? So using that, I remember because now I'm not a person with a lot of friends, right?
Yeah.
That thing will become your psychology. When you're having a bad day, there's this thing that you send him. You're like, hi. I forgot the name of it. I think I still have it on my phone. You're like, hi to that particular robot.
Yeah.
I'm feeling sad today. Oh, sorry. What's making you feel sad? It ties back to you. Then you tell it exactly. And then it knows how to respond. Like, I'd end up feeling better because of Snapchat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it's typing.
Literally.
It's typing. Have you heard their voices though? They sound so weird. Their voices, they sound so weird. The AI voice, it's so weird.
But you can make it sound like a person. Have you listened to that radio station right now?
Which one?
That one. where I'm from. Have you listened to Home?
Okay, this was not awkward until you said that one. Yeah, I have.
Some of our jingles are literally AI.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Literally. Some of the jingles,
Yeah.
AI.
So, give voice among a copying AI. I think you need to use somebody's voice.
It's literally AI.
Like a sample of my voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it can I feel like they can program it in such a way that they incorporate different voices.
I'm sorry, but I'm not over the fact. Okay, have you listened to that?
That's why. Home, Kesan.
Sure, okay. Yeah. So, speaking of the station that you're working for, VTFM, remember there was a time where we had to work on a OB van.
Yeah.
And OB van has CDs. My guy, that was the hardest.
You've been in that situation?
Yeah.
I've never.
Bro, been there. We were broadcasting from campus.
Yeah.
It was graduations. So we're there.
Yeah.
No music in the system.
How does it work with the
songs.
CDs?
Bro.
Is there one track or there's a full, like there's an album on the CD? What's going on with the CD?
It's an album, right? Like
Okay.
people, they submit their CDs on radios. So it's an entire album. Then you're going to play that thing.
You're going to play the same person throughout.
You're just going to take CDs out now and then. I think there's 2 CDs you just switch. Like you switch with your new system.
Yeah.
You just switch the CDs, right? But my problem with that was the fact that you have to back announce a song right now.
Yeah.
We know in a Casper, Mare, on a CD there is written track number 10. What the fuck? How the fuck am I supposed to break announce this song?
Don't back
Should
announce
I say
it.
That was Casper track number 10?
No ways.
Take it to the cassettes then. How are we going to back announce song on cassettes?
Write it down.
Do you remember the rewinding of cassette?
Sure, son. I was so young.
That was a job.
I was so young.
So for me, I felt like the cassette thing, it won't work. Gen Z guys, try something else.
Yeah.
Maybe we can use it as a fashion item or something. I saw people using it as a chain at some point.
What's going on, guys? It's crazy.
Guys, this is one of
It's
these
crazy.
days. One of these days, it's outside.
No,
because of these fashion trends.
You know what's my thing?
Yeah.
I feel like right now it's so difficult to say never say never. You know when they say never say never?
Yeah.
It's literally not impossible.
Yeah.
Anything is so possible right now.
Yeah.
The minute somebody brings something back, if I feel like I like it, we can literally see something that we really, really like. Maybe that whole cassette thing. So now let's say we love it, right?
Yeah.
We are for it. All of a sudden, we are picking it up. We are doing the same thing. And just like that, it starts flowing. People start doing it. And we learn how to make it work. That's the whole thing with this whole thing. It's like it's so difficult to say, I never.
Yeah, I get you. Now I'm getting the idea of maybe when it comes back, it will come back better.
Exactly.
We're gonna be
people
able
figure
to
out
work
how
with
to make it
Yeah.
work. It's like we like it. It's old. Let's make it new. Same thing, but let's try to figure out how we can literally make it new.
Yeah.
And just like that, it's a thing.
I was also wondering what could be the reason behind this sales of music, because you realize the moment as the world we moved away from the CDs and stuff, going to buy music at musical stores, recording artists, performing artists, they started not making money through streaming platforms.
Now they need to
get my
perform.
point. You can imagine into CD at that time.
Sana
The
used
thing
to
I
work.
Yeah, the real CD. Remember the last CD I bought ever, especially it was for a car. I bought Zahara CD. Which album was that? The second one, not the one Uloliwe.
Yeah.
Pendula.
Okay.
Pendula. And it was in a man over 250. So imagine one
Imagine
CD, 250.
Right now it's going to be more expensive.
get-
I love what Zonke did.
Yeah.
What's that fancy thing that was done in the 50s, 70s?
Face.
That black thing.
Oh,
record-
yeah.
She did that with her latest album.
Wow.
That's how it was released.
wow.
Literally, it was not released online. It was first released day for a while. And one thing you know when you gatekeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did that.
Yeah,
I
had-
tried doing my own things. Tried asking guys, how do we? No way.
I had Sizonke, respect to the lady.
Yeah.
Sizonke is
And
not
you're making
like
me feel bad. Oh, wow.
Sizonke
Yeah.
doesn't want to release music on streaming platform because they're not making money from
They're
that.
not.
I also had a developer like site high.
Yeah.
So it's the price based on what she wants.
And we like thinking that people are not going to support.
Mhm.
Guess what? People show up. people buy these things.
Wait,
It's crazy.
Yeah. So you said, what's the name of that again? Records. So imagine if records are coming back.
Yeah.
Looking at the DJing space right now.
Yo, son.
I feel like a lot of people would quit. Like a lot of people, especially the ladies.
Yeah.
Why am I saying that? Now you don't have like a simple USB to actually get there and then plug your USB in and then start playing music. You have to carry those things.
Why do you think we will quit? Not in that, but why do you think I speak for the ladies now?
Would you carry those things? Those things are heavy.
What guy is it? Okay, one thing about me, I'm tomboyish. I like saying I was almost a guy. I'm a guy sometimes, I'm a girl all the time. Something like that.
So we know that's
yeah. I'm a sports person, so it comes in handy, but not everybody's a sports person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I keep on saying, you figure out ways of how to make things work.
For you.
How do you make it work right now?
Okay. Let's just wrap that segment up.
Yeah.
It's called Carving Out Loud. So that's what we were carving out loud. So now we're getting into knowing, like getting to like to us now.
You and
to
me.
us, especially the industry that we are in.
Son.
Especially the industry that we are in.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
What's the most surprising thing you have ever learned in this industry? Something that surprised you?
It's not about me.
Exactly, né?
It's not about me. It's not personal. For as long as you are at work, it's work.
Yeah.
It's not personal. And the minute somebody makes it personal, walk away. It's not worth it. Legit. Walk away.
On comment match. But do you realize in certain buildings, certain decisions
are personal, right?
Yeah, certain decisions that affect both parties professionally, they are influenced by personal issues.
That's the problem. That's why certain things don't grow.
You get?
They don't grow because you're being too personal. You don't make smart decisions. Why? You're thinking with the heart. You're thinking, must own you. They did me dirty. I'm coming for you. I am. And that's another thing about these people. Yeah. Just because they have shoulders, right? Yeah. Like calling people. One of people with positions, I say they got shoulders.
Yeah.
And when the shoulders are too broad, that's a problem. They're going to come for you, eh?
Yeah. And when are you one person who actually stand on business, fam? Like, where do you get the balls?
I hate bullies.
Yeah.
I hate bullies. I always ask myself that question to say, one day I don't clap, eh? And my thing is, I hate bullies. I think I was bullied so much when I was young.
Oh.
And not that I was bullied because I was playing with people my age. No. When I was young, I grew up with kids that were older than me. I was the youngest in the group. And it was great. Don't get me wrong. They looked after me. But they were the only ones that could bully me. Right? Nobody else from the outside can bully me. Only them. So when you from the outside come for me, they'll protect me and stuff. Right?
I get.
But then, Sana, they will deal with me. Eh?
But the result of that, they gave you like balls to stand on a business.
Yeah. And I think a couple of years ago, I said to myself, oh man, I don't know why I'm touching on this, but hey, since this is a
safe space, relax.
Hey,
this is a safe space.
Okay, so I was such a mommy's girl. My mom, right? Everything. I'd next phone and I get a call back.
Okay.
To show how serious the matter is, right? Believe you me, my mom would show up. I was that kid, right? And as soon as I lost her and stuff, I had to say to myself, I think that's what made me a crazy person. I said to myself, whatever it is that people didn't do to me when she was alive, nobody will do to me later on, right?
Yeah.
And it's like I carry that with me every day. Hence, I let nobody slide.
Okay.
You come for me.
You are here. I'm
ready.
Forever.
Literally, I've been asking myself, and it was literally there to say that whatever it is that they never did to me when she was here, nobody will ever do it when she's not here. Because now it's my turn to actually stand up for myself.
I love it.
And Sana, I do it so well, hey?
One thing that I learned in this industry that is so surprising for me is the fact that you are good as your last show, literally. Like, literally.
You don't know when we wipe me out, right?
But there was a time in my life.
I don't like that look.
There was a time in my life where I'm like, they say you are good as your last show. I'm out. I'm not replaced yet. Wow.
Wait. I'm trying to digest two things at once now.
Let's move from that real quick. That's one thing that I have learned. So do you have any moment, on-air moment, where when you think about it, you laugh or you cringe? On-air moment.
You know when you can pronounce words? You are having a live read.
Yeah.
You read it so many times. You know how we prepare sharp, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you can't pronounce it. And it's not that you don't know how to pronounce it. You can't.
Hey.
You can, at that time, you can't. And
Okay.
remember, one thing with radio, you are on air, so now we are live, right?
There's no cuts. Action. Edit. Nah.
That's the crazy part.
Hey.
Every time I think about those moments, I'm like,
Hey. So what happened? Did you see the live read?
Yeah.
There and there.
No,
you didn't get the live read prior.
Sana, I make sure that everything reaches me prior.
I was.
Yeah.
Was right, hear me.
Prior, right?
Yeah.
But still, you go through it. You go on air. It's time for you to do it. And guess what? There's a word that you can't read. Why is the devil trying me now?
And you can't go on Google and say, Google, how do we pronounce this?
And remember, with a live read, you are literally reading it.
You have to read
exactly.
it
You
the
are
way it is.
Exactly. And as you are reading, you're like, what's going on?
And people who are listening at the other end, they can catch
I sometimes skip the word, eh?
Does it make sense though?
I don't know if a person is... If a smart person is, when you have a radio ear, you will catch it, right?
Oh,
Say, I can know.
But if you are an ordinary listener, you won't.
You won't. And I think a lot of people that listen, they don't necessarily listen with that radio ear. Sometimes they listen to enjoy radio.
Yeah.
So there are certain mistakes that you make. You read it once, you read it wrong, come back again. That time you skip the word, move. They won't catch it for as long as you do it well.
Yeah.
Don't.
Speaking of that, there's someone that I know from Fanabe Park working on radio. He's a G.
Hey, okay.
So like, yo, I'm on radio, information. I'm like, cool, my G, I'm do that. It's graveyard.
So you have to wake up.
On the graveyard.
Oh shit.
So I gotta listen to a graveyard.
You gotta wake up.
Air. It's a link, not even a live read.
Okay.
It's a little mistake. Mispronouncing a word. It goes off air. This dead air.
Dead.
Dead air. And then he comes back after a couple of seconds. When he comes back, how continue we? He start afresh. The link that I had, I'm like, is this radio on repeat or what?
What's going on? There's a cut.
But it's a cassette. What's a halang? Check. Honali cassette mo. What's a lang?
Is that a person I'm listening to? Oh my God, my soul shady. Cease. That's crazy. Why did they do that?
Why would you invite me to listen and do such things?
That's why I don't like recruiting people. I feel like on the day you recruit people, you make mistakes.
Yeah.
You make mistakes. It's like you know that they're listening.
Yeah.
So now you...
The key... Well, we're talking a lot about radio. But then the key for radio is just forget that people are listening.
Enjoy yourself.
In your mind, be with your friends. You're just having conversation.
Have fun.
Forget thousands of people are listening.
I love how...
Because the moment you keep it, people are listening. It will flop.
You will have a problem because now you're thinking about the people that are listening and you're trying to think about this thing that you're trying to talk about.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's crazy. I love how my producers will always look at me because I will literally stare through that window and smile. I'm having fun. I'm in my own world. Because you're just having fun with it. And that's how to get the person listening at home or wherever they listen.
What kind of a radio presenter are you? Do you prefer to be in studio alone with maybe alone with a newsreader?
Yeah.
Or you can work in a studio for like this?
Hey, Sana. Hey. I think I've gotten so comfortable with being alone.
Yeah.
And you know how we are like, right?
Yeah.
I think right now, they're more strict. Like producers have to come to work and so forth. You have to be in studio.
Yeah.
But before, I enjoyed my time. I love it when it's December.
Yeah.
Because everybody's home.
Yeah.
I get to have fun, right? It's literally my house.
Yeah.
You enjoy the music. It's literally a one-woman party. You'll join in if you call or send in those voice notes or whatever. But it's literally just me having fun alone.
Yeah.
But when there's somebody here, I want to dance to a particular song, you're like staring at me. Can't do what's your problem.
And you content producers. They were sitting on that chair front opposite you. They're like, yo, The entire time.
Are you sure about what you say?
The
Do
entire
you
time.
trust your story?
Some they even do reference.
Ish.
They're looking at the script. I'm like, do you want to come this side and do it?
Yeah.
But I'm not a diva like that, like you. I'm not a diva like you. So,
Yeah.
an on-air moment for me that I still laugh at or cringe. There was a time I was doing an interview.
Sure.
I think it was a minister over a telephonical interview. So they didn't plan it. You didn't plan it. You know, they didn't plan this interview. Dude,
it just happened.
I was actually conducting an interview with some sort of a minister or something. Dude, I have done so a lot of interviews. Sometimes I forget who I interviewed. So they didn't have script or whatsoever. But then they want certain content to be in that interview. They want me to ask certain questions, like strictly certain questions.
Don't forget to ask this question. Don't forget to ask this question. But there's no script. Professional. Look.
That's okay. They were typing a script while I'm like doing the interview.
While you're having a conversation with the person?
Exactly. We are type. I need to read. I was like, hey. And I survived that. I was like, Masi,
professional.
Margie, you can work under a lot of pressure. I survived that. Like, this lady is actually typing questions that while I'm reading them.
Yeah.
While
having
I'm
a conversation with that person. Trying to catch on.
I'm on a phone.
Yeah.
Obviously, got headphones. I'm on a phone. It's mic in front of me. That's straight.
Sure.
You know that's straight. Yeah. Umuntu lo type.
And you are trying to connect with this person?
Umuntu lo uyakhuluma ndimamele, I'm reading your question elandelayo, and then I ask that question, respond. The third question is coming up.
No ways, you're a professional.
That was hectic.
Shout out to you.
That was hectic.
Shout out to you.
Sure.
You can work anywhere right now.
Yeah, bon.
Jonga. That's why you're a CEO, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can say you fuck whoever. What's the most challenging part of our job that people don't know about?
Listening is easy. Doing it is difficult.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to
think it's easy when people are doing it.
Yeah, to scrutinize. You know, when you want to throw in and say, oh, no, you're not doing this right. You're not doing that right. Come do it and see it. Right? So sometimes people forget that it's not as easy as it sounds, right? It's not as easy. Like you listening to it may sound easy because I'm making it sound easy, right?
Yeah.
You should actually commend me for that, right? But when they throw in those stones and everything, hence I like saying, if your criticism is not constructive, don't say it.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself. Keep it in that chest of yours.
Keep
it amongst your friends. Tell your keep it
don't bring it to me.
No.
Not in my space. Wow. Okay.
And for you, what is it?
The most challenging thing about our job is the fact that we always looking forward to do another best job. Like another best show. We don't actually sit down and enjoy the moment to go to today I kill it. I killed it.
Yeah.
You understand? The moment you walk out of that door, you're thinking, how am I killing it better tomorrow? It goes back to what I said. You are good as your last show.
Literally, when they say that about that.
So I think that was is the challenging part. Because you always to be at your A
You have
to
to sound better than yesterday.
For me, not for everyone. For me.
For
me. Yeah. For me, yeah. So that's one thing that I think is challenging. Having to make sure each and every show is the best that you have ever done. So, okay, you watch movies, series, and stuff. Thank you. I'm sweating a lot.
The show is hot.
Oh, no. So, okay. What's your favorite TV show or series that you're actually watching right now?
I wanted to watch Born into Fame. I watched it actually.
Yeah, what's your take on that?
I wanted to enjoy it.
Yeah.
We are all in this industry, right? But we are getting into it in different ways. Some people are born into it. Some people work their way into it. Some they try to work in it.
Some are fucking people to get into it. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Fast coaching.
So people get in different ways.
Yeah.
And you want to see bale beginning with the road paved, right? How is it for them? How is it actually working for them? And hey, man, it was forced. At some point,
the reality show.
Yeah, I felt like it was just too forced. we know that reality, I can't say we really, really know, but we assume, right? Based on the little knowledge that we gather from all over, we literally assume that they take you and you and you. You guys are not friends. You guys don't really know each other. But they're like, hey, man, I want to do this particular thing. How about we work? Let's see, right? This is the idea. This is what I need you guys to do, right? Can you do it? You're like, yeah, I'm game. I can work with anybody.
Yeah.
We are best friends, by the way. Yeah, we've known each other for like 10 years and stuff, right? That's how they normally do it. And then when it's the final time to actually shoot at everything, it was just so forced. Like, hey, man, they were acting. And, you know, they're not actors. So it was just bad.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. I
was laughing. I love, man, this other one. Very, very light. Is it Azania? I'm not sure, right?
Shamiso.
Yes.
Yeah.
She tried to give us content. I loved it.
Shamiso is trying so hard.
She's trying. She literally tried. She took us to different places. She did her best to give in. I'm not watching it now because I was not... Sana, I'm a marketing person. You need to keep on selling the product, right?
Yeah.
For as long as you're not selling, I'm not going to buy. If you sell it once, I'll buy once. But you need to convince me that I need to keep on coming back, right? Yeah. And I love that she gave us something. I was not understanding the brother, the relationship.
And AJ.
It looked very forced also. Sana, we know when you're gelling, ne? You can see when this thing is flowing.
If there's chemistry, we can tell.
Exactly. To say, no, man, there is a little bit of background. It took me back to say, did they try to at least spend time together so that they sell the real deal? Sometimes we watch something because we really, really like you. We know Megacy, we like Megacy. I am for you. I'll back you up no matter what. Not because whatever it is that you're doing is great.
Yeah.
And I feel like for some of the artists, like look at DJ Tira's son. Crazy business. It was so forced. He wanted to give off rich kid vibe. We know you're rich, how? Like, we get it, right?
Yeah.
But he was trying too hard. Look at that fling about dudes. It was just too forced, right? Something.
What's happening with Pila Mazibuko?
Hey, son.
I have seen Shamiso's home. I've seen Tanky's home. I've seen AJ's home. Not quite sure. But most of the time when I see AJ going to Owami.
Sure.
I haven't seen AJ's home. I haven't seen Robbie Malinga's home. And Pila. There's something official with Pila, man. For me, in the cast.
I think it's lack of content. When you don't have anything to give, you can't really give anything.
Yeah.
You are in it, but you don't have content. Hence, I pointed back to Shamiso to say she took us to work.
Yeah.
She took us to meet a friend, and everything was just flowing. When things are flowing, you sit like this. You're like,
and she's so raw. She's so real.
Exactly.
She's so real.
So you get that. And with other people, it wasn't flowing. And when it's not flowing, I'm like, how flow, women? Something else, right?
Yeah.
Literally, because it's just not flowing. Certain things were just too forced.
Yeah.
So for him, I feel like he doesn't have enough content. And because he doesn't have content, he can't give off anything.
My issue there, man, I think I'm enjoying it. I don't want to lie.
You're loving it?
I'm enjoying it. The
What's
only
getting
problem
you
for
hooked?
me, the only problem for me,
What's the story there?
Okay, first of all, Robbie Malinga appears.
Okay.
And Robbie Malinga on social media is known of having like cars.
All right.
We're talking about expensive cars, private jets.
He's
and
got the
stuff.
bag.
Yeah, on social media.
All right.
Now we're shooting a reality show. Guess what do we see?
Nothing.
A Mini Cooper.
Mini.
Njani.
What about all those
From a
cars?
Lamborghini, bro, with social media.
Oh, now look, you.
And then Mini Cooper.
Hey.
Guess what?
That's a bite to him.
Utank ask Yoguti, where are your cars, bro? Remember the scene at the club?
Yeah.
The scene at the club, strip club and stuff. Utank yabuza again. Utank intwana katira for people who don't know. I love Utank. Utank is mad shady.
Yeah.
Mad shady.
I love them, son.
Yeah, bro. Mina ngiloko ngikwazela social media, ama-Transi, ama-Lamborghini.
Where's all of it?
What are you driving now? And it's like, I got my Mini Cooper outside.
Okay, Johnny.
Bro.
Yeah?
On a reality show, we're calling it off.
So now that's the time to show off, right?
Yes.
Literally show people what you got.
Yes. Like for me, for you to actually accept a Delia reality show, you must have it all, bro. You must have it all. We don't want to watch dry shit.
We don't want to watch people that live like the rest of us.
You get my
You
point.
need to be special.
You get my, imagine it's sitting in an hour, man, just near reality shows. So when it's about to in.
Phew.
You get my point. That's my take.
Yeah.
And I'm an onali chaya isiras. So this one time has a date with Shamiso.
Okay.
I think it was a little bit of a restaurant. And then Shamiso ordered tequilas.
Okay.
What's that, man? What are you gonna drink? She's like, nah, I don't sip and stuff. Chiki. Who ordered joie.
Oh.
Shamiso's like, you say you don't drink. Oh no, give me something else. I'm like, something is off ngale ntwana. Ikhona into off ngale boy.
So it's a bala.
Le boy.
That's the thing about lies. Yeah.
Another scene, they're the club, strip club, invited people there.
Okay.
These things, ama Hennessy, the tape. Hennessy one. We invite abantu to club in. And then bathengela Hennessy
one. Not 3. Not 5.
Mamela.
Handful.
Mamela dwa. Abantu bagalela ke emaglasini Hennessy udayimana utheka kaphuzi. But udayimana amaglass awaphuzile while people are still drinking their first. Omata uthu, I'm like, Uchi, you said you don't drink.
Was it for conversation making? Maybe with Shamiso? You know when you just say anything for the sake of...
every time when there's booze in the picture, he mentions Uchi, I don't sip.
And then he's the one that comes through to drink again. Why?
The moment Robbie Malinga's seen the senior passed out, he took over the entire social media.
He's like, you got followers, I'm coming through.
Like,
we are restarting this whole thing.
We have on inheritance social media, bro. What's all the inheritance in social media? My G,
That's how you saying it. That's crazy. I think another person would say they want to, you know, when you want a person to look at what they did with AKA. I was cringing throughout because I'm like, hey, AKA what you did. And I'm like, hey, Konje, no.
What they did, I missed that.
With AKA, Sana, he's late, but they kept his tweets, like his social media pages were still ongoing. Like they were posting as though he's still... Yeah, they were using it to do a whole different things. And it was so uncomfortable for the longest of time. I'm not sure if they're still doing it now.
Yeah.
But they did it for quite some time. With the merchandise as well, they were doing the same thing, selling t-shirts. I don't remember what that was for. But they kept it going, right? Until I don't know when. I'm not sure if it's still being done right now or not. But I must.
Hona dintho tse charming ntate. Hona dintho tse chak as kiss. So they were tweeting using AKA's account.
Yeah, but it was everything related to him. So sometimes it's just a matter of saying, we want to keep you here. You are not here, but we want your memory to remain. You are known and loved by everybody. So let's not... One thing about that is that people will forget you. So we don't want people to forget you. Like you never existed.
But there are certain people that you will never forget.
I mean, I forget.
There are people who left legacy, like Rick, for example.
Hey.
Like we see pictures of Rick, like there is Cotton Fest. That
you see
was
how you feel about
part of
Ricky?
It. Yeah,
it's how I feel about AKA.
Yeah. Besides music, I don't think AKA has left something tangible for us. Correct me if I'm wrong. I tend to be corrected.
Nah, man.
Besides music.
Not AKA.
Wrong, because listen, AKA was more of a, not just an artist, he was a producer at heart. Yeah. He executively produced his own music. So Kasere Hasia makes it tangible when he passed away.
Besides music.
That's crazy. He has his own legacy.
AK is a pioneer of South African hip hop.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm saying in a constant contest, when you die, people will forget you. You understand?
People haven't forgotten.
But each and every year for us, we are reminded of into Ricky because of the Cotton Fest.
Okay, I hear you.
There is music that Ricky Rick, but then there's a tangible thing that I'm gonna be part of Ricky Rick. If you're attending Cotton Fest, you're feeling closer to Ricky Rick in a way.
How you let's all eyes on me.
No, you're gonna dance. My guy,
isn't that something that he loves?
It's something.
Yeah.
Listen, I said, besides
music.
Outside
music.
Maybe
he wasn't like cultured like the way Ricky Mari because of music maybe there's something we can say he left behind for us.
I get you. I agree with you.
That's the only thing.
I agree with you.
They're gonna kill
Also
you.
merch.
They
Also
coming for
merch.
me, the biggest
Merch.
merchandise.
What
Okay.
merch?
Okay.
Super Mega. The Super Mega merch.
Hey, son.
Nobody knows about that.
Nobody. What do you mean nobody?
Let's move on.
I don't know about it.
Exactly my point. Can we move on?
No, we're not moving. Hold
No,
on
we're
a
not
bit.
moving.
Hold up. Head Honcho, aka had a collab with Head Honcho.
Yo.
Still on market. Reebok. What are you guys saying? Reebok Classic.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
And
Okay.
I happen he was also a presenter showing you the hustle. Do you know the hustle?
The hustle. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a show on
Braaiing and all
Vuzo
of
or
that.
something. The Braai show.
Uh-huh.
He took over after
Mm.
Casper. So
I take back.
there's something I see, not just
I'm
music.
taking
No,
it back.
also another thing about AKA, everybody loves how patriotic that guy was.
Mhm.
Like he was a true South African at heart. That's one thing that he left us,
Yeah.
right? May not be tangible, but it's more that on a spiritual, right?
Mm.
You look at his tweets. Sana, they're still relevant even today.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the things that his family are
Facts.
tweeting, right?
Facts.
And there are these ones
That's
that
a tweet.
me because I love you, I want to say something good. We're talking tweets from back.
Yeah.
They are still so relevant even now. It's crazy business. The tweets are there. It's as though he's here now, right?
Okay.
They're still so relevant. He was so patriotic. He loves South Africa. With the whole issue with the Miss Essay and Tonton's,
Mm.
people were still retweeting all of that with quotes to say, hey, look at this guy. Somebody
Oh.
was saying to me yesterday, AKA was way ahead of his time. Tina, we are only we are only getting on the train right now. We are late actually.
Mm.
Because right now he's not here. But you're like, oh, you meant that?
Mm.
And we are only there right now. But that's just what he literally left us with. I think one thing about artists or every single person is that they leave off something very different for through their craft, right?
Yeah.
So it's like everybody's different and what they leave is totally different. What I leave is not what you're going to leave, right?
Mm,
Even
mm,
how they do music and everything,
mm.
it's totally different. I think it's just different feelings that people have about the two late, I'll call them legendary
Yeah.
artists because people
Definitely.
love
Really
them
legendary.
so much. Hey, Wabana, now when I think about Ricky, I'm like, yo, Ricky.
Yo, bro.
Yo.
Okay,
Yeah.
now that you guys are putting out there for me, you putting it out there, aka Dan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get it. I
Yeah.
take back what I said.
We forgive you.
Yeah.
So what I'm watching right now,
What
I
are
when
you
you're watching
watching?
Fame,
Born into Fame.
Into Fame.
Yeah.
So I'm watching 016 FM.
How is it?
Whew. First of all,
Kgoetsa
let's give flowers where are due.
Okay.
I love what the series does for the creative spaces of Vaal, more especially music.
Mhm.
You know, we had soundtrack, it's about just
Shout out.
Dookie's them.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, when I had Dookie, yo,
You were happy.
yo,
You
bro,
were satisfied.
I was like, this boy is far. You get my point.
Yeah.
Masidi is there with a temp character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a temporary because I saw it for a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
But the music scene, they doing volumes. But then when it comes to portray the lifestyle of Vaal, they failing.
That's where
The
the problem
directors,
is.
the writers, they failing for me.
Yeah.
They failing for me. First of all, the language that those people they use, that's
Okay.
nothing compared to Sesotho Eresibuwa Vaal.
Yeah.
What understand?
I got that as well.
Yeah, well, there are certain scenes you're like,
That's
I'm
not
from the
us.
Vaal, but I can't relate to
Yeah.
that. You know, they actually overdo certain things like the walks, the songs. We don't go around with it. Like, wherever we go, we are here. Nah, man. But then shout out to 016 FM series
For the
on
exposure.
Showmax, for the exposure for our artists. When it comes to acting cast,
Mm-hmm.
they could have done better.
For the Vaal as well. Bashu
Yes.
Ketukokai, do you have an idea?
There are scenes that are from the Vaal.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Junior Supreme were a part of it, by the way.
Hey.
Oh yeah, we got like 3 members in a team that are part of this.
extras.
Amazing.
We were extras. Nothing
Yeah.
big, nothing major
Yeah,
like that.
No, it's
yeah.
big.
Yeah, it is.
Your face is there.
What's one? They're gonna blare us.
Doesn't matter,
Anyway.
it's big. You were a part of it.
You're part of
You got-
it.
Exactly.
You're a part of it. So that's my 2-cent opinion on 016 FM.
Okay, what do you think people should do? Because when every time somebody says that, I'm like, okay, if we move here and go to a Kailisha, as you shoot the corner, right? Do we have to take people from there? Do they have to teach us the culture? Do they have to? What do you think should have been done? Or maybe, okay, Sharp, they didn't do it, right? Next time, right? There's always
Okay.
a next time, right? They introduced the Vaal, right? people love that. I always hear people
Let's say
say,
they come back for season 2.
yeah,
what
not
they
even
should
for
do.
season 2. There might be other people that come through, right? But now they've already done it in their own way. And chances are, what if they don't improve? What if they
Yeah.
feel that whatever it is that they did was great, right? Yes, you can take critics here and there, but what if you feel that, this is what I wanted and I got it the way I actually wanted it. And anyway, the streams are saying we're good. And sometimes that's all these people want, right?
Yeah.
But say there's another show that's going to be shot in the Vaal, probably about the Vaal, but in a different way. What would you say? How would you say they should go about it?
So, it's not necessary. I don't necessarily actually mean Uguti, if you're going to show something about the Vaal, Soweto, whatever, you should take actors from Soweto or Vaal, right? But then the cast that you are using, they're supposed to do their own research. You know, I was watching one of shows, interviews. It's Sam Kelundlovu.
Oh, yeah.
You know Sam Kelundlovu. So, when I break it down, what does it mean being an actor? What does it mean to wear somebody else's character? You know, it means if I'm acting character ya ka ke out e tswang ko Soweto. Tlamele ke Soweto ke lo bona hore batho ba Soweto ba bua jwang, batho ba Soweto ba woka jwang, batho ba Soweto ba phela jwang. I need to be that guy.
So that you
She made an
embody it
example
well.
of Alderting. On Alderting, she was acting the Minkies. The Minkies ke ngwanyana a tswang Kokas. Some girl grew up in the bars.
All right.
You get my point. But then when you see that on a screen, like you are convinced that this person is not acting, he's actually living life.
knows
Yeah,
this
because when they research, yeah, high.
Farah.
I quote, I might not, maybe Tukitla quoting is not exactly what she said, right?
Yeah.
She said, if you're gonna act as a girl from Kasi,
Sure.
you need to go to those girls. If utlabangwanyana a emang defense ka kauno, you need to actually have conversation with those people so that you can be able to articulate how they talk. You get my point.
So that you embody it well.
You get my point.
That's proper acting.
So when it comes to 016 FM,
I get you. The homework was not proper.
Exactly.
Totally get you.
Yeah, moving on. We know Uguti in this entertainment space, like, right? Life gets so busy.
Yeah.
So busy. Sometimes we lose track of our mental health, especially if you're a creative. You get my point.
Yeah.
So what's your outlet? What do you do when you feel like, I need a break?
Life is not working.
Yeah. Not that life is not working. Just taking a break, an outlet to offload, you know?
Yo.
Or let me use a different term instead of outlet. Your self-care routine.
Sure. I'm saying yo because I don't have all of that.
Serious?
I'm consistently on the move.
Oh my God, you're a hard worker.
Every day I move.
My
Literally. God. Tomorrow is a brand new day. Okay, what are we doing tomorrow? Perfect. Tuesday? Oh, okay. Friday? Okay. We're still on the move. Such an unhealthy thing to do.
Anyway, now you work 7 days a week, Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
You're such a hard worker. I can imagine.
It's crazy. We are waiting for times where we work 3 days a week. You know? 2 hours.
3 days a week, 2 hours a day. Okay.
No, really. No. So I don't have all of that. I take breaks in between if there's time, right?
Okay.
Hence, I don't like it when people... Guys, don't call me.
Okay.
Don't. Because now I have to have another energy to talk. And sometimes it
Can
sounds...
we leave work at work?
Exactly, right? No, sometimes a person is just calling to socialize. Like,
Okay.
That's all that it is, right? And it's not a bad thing. But sometimes you're just too tired to do all of that because you're consistently on the move.
Okay.
So when I'm home, I need to have my own time. Let's
Son
take it very...
guys.
Don't call me.
For me,
and
I
how
have
about
two.
you? What do you do?
I have two, man.
Yeah?
I have two. One that I used to use like previously. Let's go into the Eastern Cape. Just shut down everything.
Yeah.
Shut down everything off to the Eastern Cape for a week or two. No
Is
social
it?
media, no fast life,
Eastern
no
Cape,
street
deep
lights.
in the rurals, or?
Deep in the
I
rural
love
areas.
the
Mamela
rurals,
mtasekhaya
Esana.
ngiyothatha inkomo, nqanda inkomo, ndisenge.
Priceless.
Ngiyoluse bra.
Yeah.
Konke i-reef ne-averol ndilandele impundu zenkomo zinthulele. That's me.
That's lovely.
That's me. Now I found a new
priceless.
one.
A tseba lona later, but sorry for this step.
Okay.
Rona makaya a rona ki here. So
How?
there is no like maybe I wanna like go back home and relax and stuff. This is where we are born and
There's
bred.
no home,
Family
right?
rona e tswa mona. Ha hona ntho ya hore re tlo ya kae kae. Like away from everything. There is no way. Like I'm so jealous of you guys.
And that sucks.
Like,
No, that makes the both of us. I don't have that.
Yeah.
Like, Sana, I love the rurals. I don't know the rurals, but I love it so much. I'm like, yo guys, give out your high and give out sokola mates.
It's all
I
come
wanna
there.
struggle.
Ke lava ke kopa a friend of mine, Otswa Mozi. Like
Yeah.
familia comes from Mozambique.
Yeah.
Ke la go yena, Amona, if you're going home this December,
Yeah.
please take me with.
Oh
Ke a
my
tla tsamaya le
God.
wena,
This
so
is-
ke tla
this is
lokisa
deep.
passport or anything.
I'll pay for myself.
Yeah. Well, let
This
me
is
go with
deep.
you.
We're
That's
still
my
on
outlet.
that, ne? For me, I think what also helps me, because I'm always on the move, is doing things that I love, right?
Yeah.
It helps so much, because I think if I was doing things that I'm not happy with, then I'd have a serious problem, you know? Because a person would say, but how do you do it? It's crazy.
I love
But
it.
I don't feel like I'm doing it.
It's
I
not
don't
like
feel like we're working right now.
you get my point. For us, this is not working. This is just cleaning the garden. This is like
Right.
chores.
Exactly.
3 a.m. like, Masi, here's a mic. Let's rock.
You get it?
I wouldn't say, no, it's 3 a.m.
Exactly.
No.
So
This
that's
is clean
what
the garden
assists,
for
right?
us.
Sometimes to say, because you're doing something that you love so much, it assists. Your mental health is always good. Because people are people, right?
Okay. In some incidents,
Yeah.
well, in some situations,
Sure.
you find yourself, okay, you doing what you love, but people that are surrounding you are making it impossible for you. They're making it difficult for you.
The devil's agents.
Why?
Mhm.
Toxic.
At that time, it's not supposed
Now you
to
start
be like
losing,
that.
you are hating what you do
Yeah.
because of the people around you. That's hectic.
And that's
hectic.
one thing we should never ever get to.
Ne?
Mhm.
Hi, man. Hi. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take every couple of people here when I'm going to the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
I'm going with Swinky.
Yeah.
Please,
I don't go
please,
lose
please.
inkomo.
Let's go.
I don't go lose inkomo. Okay, we have a second statement, right?
Sure.
This one is a little bit spicy, nyana. It's a little bit spicy, nyana. You can be creative with your questions. Ask me no questions. I'll start with you. What's the strangest habit do you have? I'd say, yeah, it's that.
No, it's
Cool,
crazy.
looks like.
Thinking aloud.
Thinking a lot.
Thinking aloud. Not a lot.
Aloud.
Aloud.
What?
Sana, and people have been catching me do it, ne? I will speak to myself. It's crazy.
You are a radio presenter. You are a radio presenter. What's about a link strating only one?
And you know when you do it whereby there are people,
Yeah.
anybody can catch you doing it. They're like, what am I? Monopoly what? So I was like, hi, Kamu. Like, hi. Like, okay, no, they can't be doing it. And it's crazy,
Yeah.
right? And I've actually found out that a lot of people do it, but they do it with limits.
Okay.
The only problem is that I don't have a limit. I forget that I'm with people around me. So if I'm saying, oh, okay, sharp, no, what's about oh, really? Oh, this is actually perfect. I could do it this way. Yeah. Son, are you crazy?
You cray, bro. You actually cray.
Yeah.
My
What do you do?
strangest habit is
Yeah.
that I can't take a dump at any place but my house.
Sana.
Even
What
my
happens
house.
when you're pressed? When you
It
don't
won't
have
come
a
out, bro.
choice.
It won't come out at all.
You know when you don't have a choice?
Not
You are
unless
scared of
I
walking?
have a running tummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then
Nothing.
J&J, never. It feels so uncomfortable. You know the sounds that happens when you're actually taking it up. So you know, boop, boop. I'm thinking everyone is hearing this, and this is not my house. Even in my house, strange enough, even in my house, we have two restrooms, right?
Yeah.
There's an outside restroom. There's a restroom in the house. So I don't take it down in the house.
Sana, you
It's
have a problem.
uncomfortable for me.
You
Very
have a
uncomfortable.
problem. There's no way.
Put me in my outside toilet. I would do everything. My
You'll be
man, like it, I'll
comfortable.
produce some music. I'll produce
For
music.
real.
That's me, and it's so weird.
That's crazy.
It's so weird, bro. Like I can't.
It's like you didn't grow up here.
I can't. If I'm a close by and yeah, something,
Yeah.
I need to go. Or I'm like,
What happens
back
when
to
you
the
sleep?
sender, motherfucker.
No, that's crazy. More
But
especially if
that's
it
the
can't
craziest
happen when
thing.
you're not home. crazy.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, the most bizarre thing you ever seen in public?
I don't see weird things in public, really. I travel during the day.
Even during the day, things are happening.
Guys, no. I've never seen an accident. I've never seen anything horrible. I've never seen... Sana, when people start fighting in the streets, I run away. No, not me.
You're not there to take
I'm not
content.
going to be the witness. No. I hate being at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay.
That's why I don't do second locations. If we plan to do something, right? If we say we're doing it here, the minute you say, okay, no, we're no longer doing it here, or the minute you're giving me stories to say, no, we're done here, let's go somewhere else. No, come me out, not me.
Okay.
No, because I believe so much in sometimes certain things happen and you are not supposed to be there. It got you. So that's my biggest
But you
fear.
wouldn't know.
That's the thing. That's why I don't want to find out if I'm at the wrong place at the wrong time or not.
Okay.
I'd rather something happen at a place that I actually planned. I knew that I'm going to be there. It was planned. It's a situation ya hore, and then nasa tlama ho ya ko.
No,
can't be there.
The next thing,
No ways. Not me. Count me out. I'm not doing that. So, nothing bizarre on my side. What do you see? What's going on in your life?
I you while we were working here.
Yeah.
So, I was working on this. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was working on this other radio station. And I can mention
Okay.
Hope FM. I was working for Hope FM at that time. I was doing 12 to 3.
Sure.
So, it's Christmas, the 25th. So, I am supposed to be at work. So, I'm catching a taxi from Charlotte.
I'm saying you because I remember. You need to remember this. You need to hear this.
Well, so I'm catching a taxi from Charlotte to Vereeniging.
Yeah.
All right. So I have to cross graveyard.
Hey, Sana.
It's past 8 to 9
In the morning.
Graveyard is packed. It's the 25th.
Everybody's
People are here
there.
to clean. People are here to visit their loved ones who passed on.
Yeah.
At the middle of the graveyard, there comes a nigga, but naked. Not running. Walking.
Yeah.
But naked. I was like, oh my fucking God.
Did you
What
look
the
away?
F is going on? Did I look away from what?
You know when
How
a person...
do I look away? No,
you know when you're seeing... It's like seeing somebody that's peeing on the streets and they're
like,
literally in front of you. You literally look away. And I'm not even the one that's supposed to be looking away, but I end up looking away like...
No, I didn't. I didn't do that. I just kept eye contact with this person because in my mind I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is going on?
You're
Why are you at the
brave.
graveyard but naked?
Yeah.
You get my
You're
point.
brave.
Well, so I can feel spending about to come back.
Yeah.
I want to tell you things like that.
Yeah.
When say something. Uile usangoma sa re ne bra motho o omnyentse rongo amabitleng tlamele o yera wetse 1 2 3 4 5 and then you must walk out of the graveyard butt naked. Don't look back. You must not use a car or anything.
Wait, that was not a ghost.
No, that was a human being. That was daylight.
Ghost.
Dude, I passed there. Past 9. No, past 8 to 9.
No, I thought you saw a
AM.
ghost during in the morning. You know when it's like being an unwanted ghost. Like, here's me. I'm dead. My family doesn't want anything to do with me. It's Christmas.
Do ghost bleed?
I thought you were seeing a ghost. You know when the way you died, you know how TV projects it?
Yeah.
The way you died is the same way you will show, right?
Okay.
So if God.
Come on, you're making me rethink this thing. Now I'm thinking maybe I saw a ghost.
No, really. Let's say I was slaughtered and somebody did the crazy.
You and slaughtered?
Like I'm a goat.
Okay.
Right. For lack of a better term, I keep on saying slaughtered, right? But
all right. So I want you to give me your fire questions and see if I can answer some stuff.
All right.
Yeah,
So
now I'm not
I
scared
just
of
have 2 for you, right?
Okay.
You are free like a bird. That's one thing for sure, right?
Yeah.
So what's your guilty pleasure?
Whew.
Yeah. TV series or a TV show? What are you watching?
I'm big on reality TV, right?
Mhm.
Like, that's my thing. I love reality TV.
Why?
I love to see how other people live,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Sometimes it's
And
fake.
it also gives you the idea of who is this person, like in their private life.
But
Because-
majority of the time it's scripted.
but you get to look the glimpses of who is this person, their families and stuff,
All right.
their bank balance, their cars, you
Things that
get
they don't
their
necessarily show off.
houses.
You know who I'd love to see on a reality
Mhm.
show while we're there? Lerato. I feel like Lerato Kganyago would give so much. Like I
Lerato.
literally,
Okay.
you know one of that person, you're like, But I want to see what's there.
Uh,
That's for me. Tell me about yours.
Okay, let me think of who I would want to see. Let me tell you who I really want to see on reality TV. It's them daughters. Anelem Daughter and Tembisa. Is it Tembisa?
There's so much happening there, ne?
Yes, especially Tembisa has content for days.
Yeah.
There was a time with Tembisa.
What are you watching right now?
My guilty pleasure. It has to be Real Wives. Drama era. Especially the ultimate trip.
Are you picking sides? But you just neutral?
I'm just neutral. But I don't like the villain. Especially villain, ultimate girls trip.
Not happening.
Not happening. That's my guilty pleasure.
TV
series.
Okay, I have the second one for you.
Do you have one?
No. I just want to see how Lerato Kganyogo lives like.
Okay.
I strike her as somebody that's interesting, but at the same time, Kilabana somebody that gives off, but also draws in. Like, she's so closed up. You literally don't know what's happening in her life. And I think also I like her so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Lerato, what did you think of Ntayenting on Twitter last time? I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
She was calling out her haters. Aroba celebrate. Like each and every person posted she was like calling them out and stuff, like reading the tweets it's about and then even the handles. What are your thoughts about that?
I think it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the best way to respond. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like omothola khone lication
So rather do it on a live.
Right. Like, I think that's just the best way to say, hey, I see you. You think you're saying all of these things and I don't see you. I see you and I'm going to let everybody else see you. It's just that rona rata ntho tse snacks, right? We like it when people are saying nasty things. Like, there are certain things that you just don't say.
Don't you think maybe she was doing more damage to herself than good? Because of at the end of the day, nasty about yourself is gonna affect you in some way.
I think when you've been going through that thing for the longest of time, you learn how to take it in so much that it doesn't get to you anymore. You know? I think when people want to say anything that they think will break her, they go to her personal life, which is that space, right? To say, you cannot do this and all of that, right? And they thinking that's her weakest link, right? Kanti, it's no longer, Sana, you thinking I'm weak? Nah, you late. I'm over that. If you think that's gonna break me, it's no longer gonna, like, I'm no longer in a point whereby when somebody says it, it shakes me. No, it doesn't. I mean, I think beginning of the year, I'm not really sure when was it. I remember she posted to say she lost another kid, right?
Yeah.
She didn't have to do that. She didn't have to do it, but she did it because I think when somebody loves you too much, you supporting me and I love you back, I'm going to give you a little bit of my personal life. It's just that in your papa, you know? So you love being disrespectful. So the minute a person gives you a little bit of their personal life to say, I'm also like you. Yes, I may be winning. I may have all the money. I may be doing this. You may see me as the star that I am. Because she is one, right?
Sure.
I'm also going through these particular things, right? I'm also a woman like any other person. I'm also married. I'm also this and that, right? So she gives you a little bit of that. Basically, we grow wings and start flying and thinking we're better, right? And start, when people use the things that you tell them, you don't tell them in secret, but you're saying, we are the same, and I'm a woman like you, and, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when you want to use it to belittle me, to make me feel less of a woman, to make me feel less, no, man. I'm talking about it because I'm okay, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about it because I want to
I've
heal.
healed from it.
Yeah, and I want another person to heal from that. That's the whole point of Mara hey, but you sometimes give me liquor and stuff.
Sure.
Would you do it though? Like addressing your haters like that?
Sometimes you get to a point where you have to. But you just say, I see you. Don't think I don't see you. I see you. And I'm going to have every other person see you as well. To say, right? I saw this. And everybody else, because she was literally calling out everyone to say, hey, right? And if we were a true society that will say, we would literally, I think we would report your account to say, child, I'm going to look you up and I'm going to report your account, right? Because I was doing that. To say, oh, okay, let's see. I'm going to go there and report the account because you cannot be doing such on a person. If you feel like, certain things you can say them, but to your friends. Don't say them online.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
But
Keep it amongst your friends.
Sorry,
don't say
I
it to a
believe
person.
if it's online, you opening the doors for opinions. If you post it, you're actually saying to people, have your opinion.
You can say what you wish.
You get my
But
point?
we are people as well.
You get my point?
We sympathize and
open that door.
empathize.
The
I
moment
get
you
it.
post private stuff and you don't want people to say have a say in it, you're actually opening the door for them to come through. You'd rather not post it. In her case, on the platform of the YouTube,
Mhm.
I post on social media. You could have spoke about that on radio. On radio, no one is gonna tweet back or bash you for that. They're
Okay.
not gonna call you and bash you for that.
Here's
And
the-
it's not gonna be easier for them to take it from radio to social media.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. She says these things, right? Let's say she's, because with the 1 year this year, she spoke about it, I'll say beginning of the year, because right? Hona yanong, they were talking, it had nothing to do with her personal life like that. They were talking about Miss South Africa, what she had said based on Miss SA. And then somebody said, why don't you just focus on? How did we get there? Right? So that's people for you.
Yeah.
They dig up the little
get
that they
now.
think will break you just to break you in that conversation that we're having. Why are we being personal? How did we were just talking about this thing? Why did you become personal like that? So that's the thing. So even if she says it on radio, we are people, we are listening. One thing about people, they don't forget. They do not forget. They will find a way to bring it back.
a way to bring it back.
Right?
Yeah.
So when right now we are
catch
having a
you.
normal conversation and somebody decides to say, but how now why was I focusing go? Njani kaloku? Because we are not there.
Yeah.
But she did great by addressing those people to say, I see you, ne? The next thing tomorrow, Larato's a businesswoman. She's running a business, right? There'll be some of them will come and say, "Hey, Sana, I want to job." Like, wait, now, but I'm saying to go wait, now. How? No, right?
And social media would never forget.
And look, as much as you are putting your personal things out there, you are putting your personal things to humans. We are humans before any other thing. We are literally humans, right? You are the one that chooses to be vile. You are the one that chooses to be rude. You are the one that chooses to be amazing. You have an option to support a person or to break them.
Yeah.
And then we get to make those decisions to say, I'm going to use it against you. I'm going to use it against you.
That's life. Is what it is. Next question you have for me.
So it was that one, right?
Yeah.
What's the funniest thing that happened to you or around you at work?
Whoa.
Where's
my camera?
You want to speak directly to it?
Yes.
What happened?
So, fam, what happened is, just done a show.
Yeah.
Breakfast. By the way, I did breakfast on Tuesday.
You did breakfast, you did drive. Child, come on.
Did drive on Tuesday. So
you are
no
that
one can
person.
actually say, man, Elena into the sense of the station because they eat breakfast at the station. No, fam. No.
Yeah.
So doing breakfast, comes down o'clock, have to knock out. And then the boss calls me to the office.
Okay.
I go to the boss. I listen to the boss and stuff.
Sure.
Can't you go studio unali?
Yeah, Ing.
My content producer of that time was fighting with one of the bosses. So these people, basically what they do is like, they're kind of friends. Ne? So they went out, things happened. No. The boss was actually coming to stop the fight.
Okay.
Yes, the fight was between content producers, right? The fight was between content producers. So one of them started to air out like dirty laundry or a dog. I'm not the one who's getting fucked at the parking lot. That's the worst thing that has ever happened. The funniest thing that has ever happened around me at work. People fighting, like telling each other stuff, dog.
In front of Pam Kwabantu.
Phambi kwabantu ngithi wenkosi yami winding aqofi imike qofa le mic masi. No. You know most of the funniest moments on the radio, they happen behind the scenes when the mics are off. The conversation are flowing, shit is being said, and you wish you could offer a mic without them noticing.
And one thing about the red light, when you are too concentrated on the person, you're not going to see it.
Yes.
You won't see that it's on.
Some stations, they don't have red light. Not everyone has that luxury, hey?
Oh, it's luxury.
Bro, yeah, it is, bro. Like, come on, I work for stations. Okay,
You
what
moved
the reka
around.
ka mixer ya live performance.
I'm rich. I'm rich.
That's CGBing FM.
Oh,
Oh, that was not me.
you didn't say that.
That was not me. So yeah, I worked with that mixer, bro. You don't even know the mic is on or off. Sometimes you'll be on air, 30 minutes, you flowing that day, you delivering the best
And
link
you're off air.
ever. You're off air. Off air. So those red lights
Oh
and
my
the equipment
gosh.
that you have there,
Yeah.
it's luxury, bro. It's
Fancy.
luxury. That's why everyone wants to be there.
Is it?
No, we know everyone in the Vaal, they want to be there.
For real?
Yes.
For real?
Especially
Guys,
after
you
the
better
revamp. Especially after the revamp.
Oh, that's nice. I guess it's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing that people want to become a part of us. But it's interesting.
It is interesting. It is interesting.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I think that's the most funniest thing that ever happened around me. People fighting, telling each other, which when about a parking lot.
How was it?
Boundary.
How was work the following day?
Whew, it was intense
'Cause
because these
now-
content producers back in like omong hats, omong weekend. It was like intense for a day.
How did
And
you
guess
guys
what?
look at
My
each other?
content
Because now I
producer
know your
got
secrets.
fired after that.
Why? Because of, was she wrong? Maybe not.
But bro, you know, man, in most businesses,
Yeah.
journalist staff,
Mhm.
wabo, sina le connection
Oh,
with
Out
the upper
there.
level, you know, with the people who are quelling it in the next level.
that's hence I say when at work, keep it professional. I remember
Yes,
there was this
yes.
other day I wanted, this person was like,
This episode is heavy.
this person said shh to me, right?
Okay.
I'm on air, you're saying shh.
Njani, kaloku,
I'm
you content
on air.
producer okanye yintoni leyo yenza lo
Yeah.
way? Why?
I'm on air. She said shh.
Mm.
Because I'm not supposed to say certain things, right?
Oh.
So I make signs. Sibambe.
Mm-mm.
You know? You can't
Mm.
do anything but
Mm.
say shh. Because when she say shush to me,
Mm.
I'm on air. The person listening hears a shush, right?
Yeah.
I got so angry. I was so pissed.
I know.
I call myself a professional for not walking out of that room,
Yeah.
right? They had just fired somebody for, lack of professionalism and stuff. I forgot who that person was. So I knew that if I walk out of the studio, I don't have a job. I'm out. I'm walking out of my job, right? I was like, I'm going to
But-
do the show to the very end,
Mm.
angry as I am, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to confront her. I'm not going to, because the minute I do that, then it's going to become personal.
Mm.
Because the minute you say shush to me,
Yes.
you are now being personal. It's no longer about work, right?
Mm.
I don't mind, because I remember I reprimanded them to say, guys, you cannot make noise, please. And remember, back then our chairs were very loud, right? So when a
Yeah.
person is, and one thing about me, I'll complain about everything.
That's the time when you're like, let me test that one. No,
Exactly.
bitch, that one is not working. Bring that one. Nah,
Right.
that one goes down too.
And it was-
Motherfucker, bring that one.
Because the chairs were too loud, right?
Look for balls.
And it's very irritating.
Mm.
When you have the headphones on, you hear every...
Yes.
One thing about our mics,
Yes.
they've always
They
been
pick
powerful.
up everything.
They've always been powerful
pick
like
up
that, right?
everything.
So you can pick up all the slightest of noise. Sana. So I was very, very finicky about that to say, right?
Mm.
So I was like, please guys, don't do this, don't do that in studio, rather do it outside. And then there were new producers at that time, and this one was the leader, right? So when you disrespect me in front of the two, you are telling them that it's
Oh.
okay to disrespect me, right? That's why
F
the
no.
shush.
So it was
on
that
air.
time where each show had like 3 producers.
Perfect.
The older ones and the juniors.
Perfect, right?
Engathi
So-
I can nail
No ways. No, you're not gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Right? So the minute she did that, I knew that it was personal. It was now on a different level. I remained so calm. I didn't say anything. She saw that I'm angry. She tried to fix things, but Sana, there's no fixing after that, right?
Yeah, there's no going back.
I did the show so well, walked out. On my way out, picked up my phone and called the bosses because I was like,
Yes, way.
if I talk to you, then we're gonna fight. It's no longer a verbal thing. And you know how ladies are, right? Sana, I'm not gonna do that with you. We're not gonna
And
have a back
especially
and
about
forth.
each and every little inconvenience they run into their boss.
So that's me. Sana, I took my phone and told him to say, The this is what happened, ne? And I literally narrated every single thing, right? I was pissed, eh?
Hey.
And he's like, no, you need to send me a message and writing all of this so that I forward it to their boss. I'm like, oh, perfect. I wrote every single thing to detail, but her and I we don't beef anymore. She just understood that don't do certain
still
things.
around?
Don't be, no. I
Okay.
think they are, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're always on the move. But
Yeah.
she knew that you do not become personal like that. So at work, the minute it gets personal, move away. Literally walk away. If you feel like it's becoming too personal, put the bosses in. I always say, if it becomes too personal, I'll put in our bosses in to say, guys, resolve this. Because if I'm going to do it with you, it's not going to get nice, right?
Yeah.
So let's just keep it moving like that.
Keep it moving. Do you remember any moment of those chairs embarrassing you during an interview?
Yo. They are loud. That's all I have to. They were very loud. Sana, they were very. You know when you're talking, and it's now we use hand gestures. We use our voice to communicate, right? So I'm talking and go loud, Lana. The guest is talking. The sound is the worst.
Irritating. Just chill with
The worst.
We're the worst.
But we've upgraded.
I remember that moment.
Uh-huh.
I even placed chairs right. I'm like, this one, it stands still, doesn't go down. This one, the moment you sit on it, it goes down.
Yeah.
So I have two guests.
Mm-hmm.
I can drop names. I have Megacy and Sopendra as guests. So I'm like, Sol is going to sit.
Yeah.
Sol is going to sit on this one because the table doesn't go down.
Yeah.
Meg is going to sit on this one.
Uh-huh.
I want to go down. I don't know what happened. What I planned didn't happen.
Yeah. I
So
remember
Sopendra
listening
walks
to that
in late.
interview.
I'd say, the chair went down. Beyond the mic. Woo! But then you're used to it because okay, I said I cut that part out. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
So okay. Oh, what is my last question right now?
The very last
if
one?
you could go back in time and give it advice to your little version of you, the younger version of you, what would be?
This
What would the
question makes
advice
us feel
be?
like we are
Or
40.
assurance. Advice or assurance to the younger Camu.
I'd say go for it.
Go for it.
Put your mind to it. Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Sana, go for it with everything you have. When you get the strike, that's it. Legit. Because I think sometimes when you don't go for it, you delay yourself. You don't, I think we even had the conversation with the director.
The director. By the way, we have a full team, guys.
Yeah.
We even have director.
Say, go for it.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. Go for it. When you get there, go bolong baka ba strike. And strike has you shoot that goal. Yeah. How fit a strike?
Yeah.
That's it.
Shoot for your goal.
You?
So if I could go back in time and give advice to the younger boy, the younger Masi, man, I would say, dude, you got this. You got this.
You're
Don't
in
listen to
control.
people with their negativity. You got this. However, one thing that I also tell him is that I regret not starting this earlier. That's one thing. Like I will also
When did you start?
2019.
And when did you feel you should have started?
Immediately after matric, because that's what I was told. Immediately after matric. Like my English teacher during unprepared speech, there's this trick that I had in high school and primary. So if I'm confident with something that I'm about to say, you're going to hear me loud and clear, right? But then if I'm not confident about what I'm about to say, I'm going to make sure you don't hear shit.
Yeah.
I make my voice so fucking deep.
Yeah.
So you only hear vibrator. You get my point? So I did that. Even like, Onatsamaya list, Muloi come through, Mukwena come through. I'm making noise. I have a huge voice.
Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am. 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
It's a speech. Like, oh my God. Naki tell me, look, nah, man. Kimani, woman number 15. By the time I figure
You'll be ready. Oh, okay.
You get me and academics are never friends.
Right.
Okay, cool. I go in front. I do the speech of mine, like, Mem Khosi.
Yeah.
May she rest in peace. Mem Khosi says to me, teaching me English, I don't want to discourage you when it comes to academics.
Sure.
But your voice can put bread on the table.
Yeah.
If I were you, after matric,
Mhm.
I'll go straight on radio.
Go
I'm like,
for
nah,
it.
I'm not ready for that thing.
Yeah.
Not ready for that thing. After matric, I enroll tertiary. I get the same thing, bro. Same thing first day ever. I get in class 15 minutes late. I get a chair at the back there. I sit down. And then Memle Chesa teaching marketing. Yo, bro, come forward.
Mm.
So the class is doing introduction.
Sure.
It's my turn to introduce myself. I'm like, oh my God, I just got here. I'm like, okay. That trick again. You can't hear shit. I start afresh. And then she's like, why are you doing marketing?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, man, I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to do business studies because it has accounting. So rather do marketing because marketing has entrep in it. It also has like communications, of which this is communications. Get what I did there? Smart. This lady says to me, Masi, you're wasting your fucking time. Get out of here.
Yeah.
At that time, Steving was at Valgate.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Steving was at Valgate at that time. Steving FM. I gotta be specific. So she says to me, Masi, go Steving FM and just ask for station manager, program manager, and just introduce yourself. You got a show.
Okay.
I'm like, is that easy?
Okay.
It can't be. It can't be. In my mind, I'm thinking, fine, I love this. I have passion for this because I started being interested in radio as at the age of 10 years, 11 years, listening to it. You know, wondering how these people get into this tiny box.
Why am I hearing your voice through that?
How did they get that? How would we want to do that sometime? Is it a job, Babo? And then when I got to high school, I was like, I mean, if fame. I thought the minute you're on radio, you're going to be famous. You get my point. So I was like, I'm not ready for such. I'm not ready for such.
Sure.
Until I was ready. Because two people told me. My marketing lecture that I told you about, Lichisa, my communication lecture. Shout out to Mami Mufuke. I think you know her. Shout out to Mami Mufuke.
She entered Mrs. South Africa as well.
Is it? Wow. We should have Mami Mufuke. Mami, if you see this, where's my cap? If you see this, Mami, holla at me. She's married. She got kids now. That was my crush.
Oh, okay.
On a low key. That was my low key crush.
Yeah.
So after marketing, we attend at I remember communication period. It was communications period. It was the last period. I attended everything. First day. Then we go to communications. Masi being Masi making noise. The lady picked it up like, yo, bro, wagas. Okay, cool. Abatula. Like, I'll give you up and then Abashik. Abare. I'm like, Kimasi. Okay. Which course are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing marketing. Because you get to marketing has communications. Business studies also has communications. You get my point?
Yeah.
Because it gets marketing. Why are you wasting your time? Like, why? Okay, bro. Yeah. It's for a living. Like Yuma in the zone. Ever since that day, that lady was calling me Eddie Zone. I'm like,
that's beautiful.
Ciao, lady. So I regret not starting and
right at that particular time.
This voice made a lot of things. Like there was a point where I wouldn't answer a phone in a taxi or talk in a taxi. There was a time I was traveling from Weekends on Term from my Queenie's house.
Yeah.
I mean, here. My mom on the way is calling me. So, you can say the phone, see, the phone rings. I pick up the call. I talk to my mom. Now, I drop a call. My assets are still in. I'm not playing music. Everybody go thinks you about music. Oh, not these ladies sexualizing me like nobody's present. I'm like, this is not cool. I'm a fucking kid. You're somebody's mom. You're out here saying, voice is that voice you wanna wake up next to? Is that voice you wanna fall asleep listening to? It makes the things vibrate. I'm like, in their mind, they think you're music. From that point, I never spoke in public. I was like, I started being shy. Because if I say something, someone's going to say nasty thing about my violence. Wait,
it's giving. Remember when Questa, I had the interview?
Yeah.
And he would say, hello, with that voice.
Yeah.
And you're like, ah!
Everything vibrates, Baba. Quest, make the speakers vibrate.
It would be that. I think
Yeah.
that's the
So
thing
that was
about
the
these
last,
voices.
man. That was the last thing to
That's
talk about.
easy.
If we could. It's a wrap. Any last thing you wanna touch base on before we wrap it up?
I
This
think,
was good, man.
yeah,
Wow.
it's healthy.
Mm. So I've been doing this for the longest time.
As for other people from the outside, oh man, come through, hey? It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Let's have fun. We are in the Vaal. Let's incorporate you.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, be a part of us.
Yes, we're actually
Enjoy.
starting to build like a family safe space for people to come hang out with us. You know?
Sure.
We won't diss
We
them.
don't bite.
We don't bite. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Sure.
This is a Cavin'Kulture podcast. Do make sure you subscribe, you share, you hit the notification bell. It is
Yeah.
under Behind the Culture Network. Culture yona ispelwa ka-K.
Yes.
Where are C? No, instead of C. That's okay.
Okay.
So it's Behind the Culture Network. This is Cavin'Kulture Podcast. I am Umasi. On social media, it's Masi Kete across all social media platforms.
For me, it's so complicated.
Nah.
Yo. But we start with Cavin'Kulture. I think Facebook will direct you to all these other ones. Go Cavin'Kulture_something. Cavin'Kulture though takes you through every single thing. But hey, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, man, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Share, ba. Chayela mpintshe yahawe, ichayele impintshi zayona, ichayele di cousin, ichayele di impintshi. Or Cavin'Kulture ilendile. Life will never be the same in the Vaal. Shout out to my team. Guys, I have a huge team. All right, last words?
Join the culture.
Okay, let's close it again. No, man.
Yeah.
Please, subscribe, share, like, hit the
Watch
notification
the
bell.
video.
Like, watch. Until then.
Comment. Yeah.
Yeah, comment. Let's close it up. Shout out. This is Cavin'Kulture. We're out.